we see this. Okay, so let's jump into it. I think reality shows, right? I for one, I need to make a confession. I used to think, ish, my wife is a kind of like some reality shows, and I'm like, else I'm from movie sports and I just want to do something else. The next thing, listen to my phrases that are happening around the house. Hey, I'm okay, I'm being left out. Hey, we can't have shabby because how we imagine. So you are, Umgam is like, oh baby, where you going? I'm so shabby. Hey, okay. Hey, now something against the research. I was like, in one episode. Oh. And then I Googled it. And guess what, guys? This is a real thing. When you Google, you come across the first thing, Oshade meaning, you see Ushibas. The first picture is a TikTok picture that explains the dance, but you see her. While there is an explanation and everything like that. So then I started getting hooked. I said, let me just check where is she going? Nabuka episode eyodwa. Nango unyamene sekala izebuye nazo isithembu. Nango unyamene sekathi enjoy lento le. Nawethu, nango unyamene sekathi uthola ama-ideas. Imina unyamene. Yebo, nango umama naye sekuwa ngendlela. But bottom line is, I ended up getting like, I cannot wait for the next season of all these platforms. I cannot wait, even being a child, I cannot wait for the next season. I will watch everything. So I'm trying to say, guys, this thing has really taken over. So I guess Kulu, when you call that, really, dear God. Reality television, right? It remains one of the most commissioned and consumed formats globally. So why do you think reality television continues to resonate so strongly with audiences? So maybe you can take that.
Okay. Good morning or good afternoon.
For you, it's anything.
Thank you so much for having me on the panel. It's really exciting.
Thank you.
And I think to answer your question, if I understand it correctly, it's because it's addictive. Reality TV is very addictive.
Wow.
And also it's relatable. You can relate to it, connect with the characters because they go through a lot of things that you go through on a daily basis. We have conversations on your behalf to help you, to help you lay the ground to Lapekaya. You wouldn't do that by yourself. So we're here to help you.
You guys are giving us ideas.
That's what we're here for, to give you ideas, just for you to escape also and shoot them, say that we're going through what it goes through there, or shouting nothing. So we're just here to entertain, to educate, and to be relatable.
No, I really appreciate that. And I think I'm just going to ask you a follow-up to that. So how has the genre, right, in particular, and I'm looking at the properties that you guys are doing. I'm not sure if I've listed every, but I think I tried to list the ones I know, right? How has the genre evolved over the past decade? From the time because I'm sure you were really testing the waters, up until where you guys are now. So how has it evolved?
So there's two things, right? When we started, I'll just use autonomous tables as an example.
Right.
That was 10 years ago. It was a new format, and no one understood what this is about.
Yes.
So I know, as far as but here they are on our TV screen, right? And then they just become part of our family now because they are so real.
Right.
So the genre has evolved because it's relatable, like I said. It's easier to watch. And also for the broadcasters, it's also very affordable to produce.
Okay.
So we get plenty of realities because they are cheaper to produce as opposed to a drama because the script is all the things. We are in real life situations, real locations with real people which makes our budget a bit smaller and easy to produce, and also easy to consume because they are quick, 13 episodes, one matter, entertaining, relatable, and we move on. So they evolve in that manner because it's just easy to watch and produce.
You walked into a trap.
Oh no!
You literally walked into a trap. Scripting. How much? You said it's not scripted. Please say that again. Television, and in particular, Thanks Ma Productions, no scripts.
1000%. What we do at Thanks Ma is real life, real people, no scripting involved. When you see bubbles are crying, it's real tears.
Okay. I said bubble. So I'm going to move on to Nerusha, right? I think Nerusha, beyond the entertainment, and I say this because obviously there's so many properties that you are involved in, right? Having had, you said over 100, how many films did you do in over a weekend?
The most amount was 161.
About 161 over a weekend, 48 hours, right? And you also have a platform, an app that you deal with that you're going to tell us about a little bit later, right? So before we get to that, beyond entertainment, because I know that you do so many different things, scouting, getting locations, and just basically looking at the ecosystem of the production behind the scenes. Beyond the entertainment, how has reality television contributed to the growth of South Africa's broader film and television industry, just from your perspective?
From my perspective,
right.
Well, also in KZN and the last Mummy's Club, Sugar and Spice.
Right.
It got to show the Indian community, it got to show temples, it got to show the culture. Places where people are curious and have never been inside a shrine or what it looks like. And with 90 Day Fiancé, having international crews and taking them into a mosque.
Right.
Imagine filming at a mosque. Showcasing, the first mosque, which is also the largest in the, southern hemisphere, and the Victoria Street markets, and places which we as locals don't even go to. But with reality show, and especially the international coming, these are the places that they want to go to. They want to see the markets, the beaches, not just the Amsterdam, the South Beach, the North Beach, and all of that. It's a true reflection of who we are as South Africans, but in KZN more specifically.
Wow. So culture, heritage, religion, the multiple religions, the different cultures, everything basically.
The diversity, the Ubuntu, the who we are.
Okay.
And also we're just showcasing, we can shoot the Dubai lifestyle with the Durban price tag.
Yes.
So that's what I always say.
Oh wow.
And this is why it becomes cheaper.
And non-scripted stuff.
Non-scripted.
Okay, I'll get you. Okay, so Nerusha is a follow-up just before I pass on to Sislengu. Many emerging filmmakers, I'm assuming that we have a lot of filmmakers right now, right? They focus solely on directing and producing. Okay. So what opportunities exist within reality television for people seeking entry into the industry through other career paths? This could include, obviously, production, script, everything that you do. So what opportunities will exist for those people who actually want to look at things beyond just producing and directing? And maybe you can also introduce your app at this time.
Okay, that's good. So thank you for that. So I'm a film fixer, I run a production service store, and over the last decade I found a need for how do we connect everybody here in this room to the industry? How do we stop gatekeeping? How do we make you accessible to producers, to agencies? How do we make locations accessible? And so the need for the Global Film Fixer, so you just Google globalfilmfixer.com. It's your Airbnb, booking.com, but for the film industry. So whereby everybody seated here today could upload their home, their office, their location for producers, for agencies to look at, So it's, we need pictures and a little information, we vet them, and then it goes live onto the site. So we haven't actually actively taken it to the market as yet. It's only a month old. We have 96 locations, and it is going to be adopted by the 48-Hour Film Project, which is a global institution. But before we take it internationally, you know, I really want enough local locations, crew members, cars, action vehicles, everything to be loaded on. So it's a global platform linking and showcasing, also just providing everybody with an opportunity, you know.
Opportunities, guys. Opportunities. Please take advantage because everyone is right here. So I think then just going back to the original question of the opportunities that exist within, I'd say, reality television, just apart from just people seeking entry into the industry through other career paths other than directing and producing. Anything you can say on that?
Coordinators, runners, drivers, start off with anything and work yourself up. I mean, even volunteer. That's what I say to a lot of, you know, the youth guys volunteer. I have so many people coming up to volunteer, and those are the ones who I would take on. But I mean, also when I know there's a paid job, they are the first people that I always go back to. But I mean, it's a way to learn. It's your way in. Even if it is as an extra, I am serious. I mean, if you really want to learn and to network, I mean, this is all about who you know, right? It's about who you know.
Can I add on to that? Just for the people in the room. When I started my career, I was an extra on Sitting for free for a couple of months, and that's how you make it, because we can't have students live after and say, I'm a producer, I'm a director. No, man, no, sir. You have to earn your stripes. So being an extra, being an intern, trust me, it is going to pay off for you. Just to support you. Thank you so much.
Look, I come from the music industry, at least on the back end. To those who are in my first session will probably realize that. There's something that actually draws us as musicians, and it's called exposure. You know, when you go on a stage and you perform for free, and someone says, I don't have my jets, but there's people, yeah, well, guys, if you are strategic about how you move around, how you do things, that moment, it might be free in terms of you not being paid for it, but if you use it strategically, it might help you push yourself into the industry. You learn from it, but also you present yourself and you build your brand from things like that. I'm not saying take free gigs all the time or volunteer all the time. Be strategic about it. Okay, so now we move on to the tourism element. This thing, right? So we've got, like, we've just talked about the X-Bar and the different properties within it. We also have quite a few other notable reality TV shows. Real Housewives of Durban is very notable. And I think that franchise has really taken off, right? So how does reality television contribute to tourism growth and destination marketing in cities like Italy?
Thank you for that question, and thank you for making tourism part of the conversation. You know, the tourism sector is the one sector that fits into the entire economic value chain.
Oh, yeah.
Because by any means of having to leave your destination to go somewhere else for a particular reason, be it visiting, business, whatever it is, that is tourism, and we count that as an economic contribution. Now, what does it mean for tourism when we have, you know, reality TV? We are living in an era where our sector has transformed from being just, you know, back then when the concept of tourism started, people would visit destinations, visit their friends, family, or what they are seeing advertised in the newspapers, on TV. But now we have evolved through the digital era, and our sector is now promoted and marketed through perceptions. So that before a person will decide on a destination to visit, they will be sold by what they see on TV, social media, reality TV, which we know is topping the charts, you know, and this influences the travel decisions that they make, where they're going to go. Because if they see a cast member or they see the Real Housewives shooting a scene at Zara restaurant or on the rickshaw bus or on doing horse riding in Mazindoti, they will want to align themselves with that experience because to them a reality star, TV star was doing it, so they want to experience it as well. And then it also gives them that opportunity to show off, products that, so-and-so was here and I also did this, So for us, it's a great boost to the sector, and it also helps us leverage in terms of, marketing and promoting the city and the assets the tourism products that we have, because as a city, we don't necessarily own tourism assets, so we rely on the private sector, your business people, the restaurant owners, the club owners, the hotel owners, those are the people that we work with. So then we then leverage on the destinations that your Smart production will choose to shoot at, and it's showcasing the scenery of Iteko. But also more than anything, how else it also influences the decisions. It's that people are looking for authentic travel experiences, and where they see that on reality TV and other streams, of showcasing whatever it is that they're showcasing, then if they're aligned with that, the authentic. And what is KZN and Durban known for? Being authentic. You won't find it anywhere else. It's one of the top reasons as to why people, locals and internationals, they visit Iteko and KZN. We are warm people.
Yeah.
We have hospitality, we have respect, and we are able to take care of them when they are on our shores.
Come on.
And that's what they're looking for, and we give it to them.
All right, now, here we go. We have the fun, the sun, the sea.
Absolutely.
What's it say we?
And the people, not forgetting the people.
The people.
Very important.
The people, and it's very warm people too.
Pictures and how it looked very luxurious, like you're in South Africa, but you're not in South Africa, in the Seychelles, it looks different. That really benefited the owner and the local community of Mazindoti. And Gary's was, so that was the one, that's the first one that I can think of. And then Zimbabwe as well. A lot of our reality TV producers love Zimbabwe. People love Zimbabwe. They're associated with reality exclusivity, luxury premium. And that's what they want, Zimbabwe as well.
Oh, wow.
And also the beaches.
And obviously, we cannot leave out the beach. It's not just Cape Town, okay? It's Durban, baby. Okay. So I think because Cindy Shanasi could not join us, who is the acting deputy director for PRC, Parks, Recreation and Culture, there's an economic element to all of this, because we can talk about just the glamour of it, the beauty of it, but there are transactions that take place. So I really want us to talk about the business element of things. But even before I do that, for all the filmmakers who are here, who probably never considered getting into the space of shooting reality TV shows. One, we've already learned that it's affordable, right? And obviously, we are finding out that there are platforms. Narusha just basically told us that there's so many opportunities within that space that we need to get into. And then, obviously, destination and all of that, right? True tourism. Now, Sister Nio, I really do want to pose this to you on behalf of everyone sitting there. Should they consider to get into the space? If they approach Umkan, perhaps Durban Tourism, to say, look, we've got this project, it is partially funded. We're just looking for, resorts or any spaces that speak to Durban tourism. Do you guys give out such support? And to what extent is that support given?
Yes, we do give out that support, because our mandate as Durban Tourism is to grow visitors into the city by any means that are going to contribute positively to the tourism economy of Iteko. What we have recently done is that we've just issued an expression of interest advert, which is closing on the 1st of July, where we are looking to partner with filmmakers, production companies, to please submit your proposals where we as a city will be able to leverage on in terms of promoting eTegu. And we're looking for a partnership for 3 years. So it's going to be funded by the city, subject to our internal approval processes. The information is online on visitdurban.travel. You can also find it on etegwini.gov.za, and you can phone any of our offices to understand the support partnership that we are offering as eTegu. But not only that as well, we also recognize the film industry through the Durban Tourism Business Awards, which is a program that we have developed to recognize service excellence in eThekwini, to sort of say thank you and pay recognition, give recognition to the tourism businesses and filmmakers who have kept Durban going on the map as well, from film, creative industry, etc. The awards are taking place on the 18th of June, and we do have a category for filmmakers, which is very, very contest. It's so difficult. I do know that the judges had a very difficult time in finding a winner. They had to meet and decide. So we'll be looking forward to that as well. So we do have, various support partnership programs in place, but not only for those that are seeking financial sponsorships.
Right.
Where you require assistance, in terms of just somebody who's going to help open the door with the film office, with any other stakeholder that you might need access to, that you wouldn't necessarily be able to just, engage directly, promotion on our social media pages, or any other value in kind partnership, we do have those opportunities. You just need to knock on our doors, and we will respond.
All you have to do is just knock and the
Absolutely. We get to grow the city together. We can't do it alone.
Yeah, well, it's not that difficult, guys. It's all about putting one foot in front of the other and actually making the effort. The worst thing that can happen is for them to say, not at this time, because of reasons, but you keep coming back until something happens. Now, I want to move over to you, Narusha and Jackie. Need you all to see how you apply yourselves to this particular question, because we talk about digital platforms now. So how are digital platforms and changing audience behaviors influencing the future of reality television? So maybe, I don't know who wants to take it first.
Okay, thanks for that. We are all consumers of content.
Right.
And it's the first thing most people do in the morning and throughout the day. Some people are hopefully not on social media right now. But everything that we post, guys, we are all content creators or content producers. Everyone sitting here who's posting, you are literally producing your own content. And creators, filmmakers, producers, agencies, their eyes are on it. We are looking at it. I had a client who says, Nusha, I saw a TikTok video of you, and I was like, oh no, but I want to shoot at that location.
Right.
And, we got to shoot there. And that wasn't a location-specific video. It was an interview that we were doing somewhere, and obviously they had got to see the actual location though. But digital first, in terms of even just content and verticals, and it's also just cheap in order to start, and instead of waiting for funding, instead of waiting for equipment, use what you have. That's what I always say, use what you have, start where you are. Tell your story, guys, tell your story. Digital platforms are there to support us. And yes, it's twofold, but let's use it to our advantage.
To add on that, I think what digital does for us is it exposes us to a broader audience.
Right.
Now the world can see our content because it's on our smartphones, and the way it's short, it's just a minute and a half just to get enough attention and then move on. So it's just consuming smaller, but also it's now a worldwide view.
Right.
So which I think is great for us, and she was just saying virtual, right?
Verticals.
Vertical is a new thing. I'm not sure it means for mainstream media, which is our television, which is where all is going to go back to. But you've got the older people like me.
Speak for yourself, please.
still enjoy a 30-minute novella on television.
Yes.
And then you've got the young ones that enjoy a 2.5-minute clip on TikTok and it's over for them. So it's going to be interesting to see how far it goes in the next 10 years or so. But for now, we feel it as a positive outlook for our content and us to the world. Because from my bedroom, I can put a TikTok. It can end up in China.
Oh yeah.
So it's opportunities.
And people are doing dance challenges, coming from these reality shows, from a phrases like Oshane.
Yeah. You know? So just exposing us to a more broader audience.
Just like you're exposing our ages, what's in us what days of our lives. That's a spoon, man. Okay, so I think you also struck a nerve because you also then spoke about the importance of social media. There's also audience engagement to consider when it comes to that because once put on this table, for instance, or Real Housewives of Durban, or even Big Brother, you know, Mzansi, once those shows come to a close, if Fomo ever corner in the house, I've seen people looking as if they are drug addicts trying to figure out what's Kanja. I've seen research what's okay, when is the season Batman Katang on this table coming out, and now people are now following all these characters to sort of keep up with this, you know? So do you guys ever find yourselves under pressure to actually bring back a season, even if that was a season finale?
There's always pressure. With Utando this table, there's always pressure. Even now, we're getting DMs, we're getting social media.
Right.
Is the next season coming? When is it coming? Is there one or not? So there's always pressure. But also what I think is also great is that they can still watch the repeats on Science and Magic. And DSTV stream just to keep up with the edge. But yeah, there's always pressure.
So it's just one to number 5 here again. That's all we want. We want one number 5. I still call it up. I'm being too personal. But I'm going to pose just one question, and please answer it from your position, from your standpoint, to your perspective, Sister, from the city's perspective, and of course yourselves, Narusha and Jackie, from your perspectives. What is the single biggest opportunity you see for emerging filmmakers within the reality television space over the next 5 years? You can own that from a city and tourism perspective, and I think you guys can own it from a production standpoint.
You know, there's so many that I can think of, but Narusha and Jackie did touch on them, the verticals. Definitely. In the next 5 years, I think in the next 3 years, we are going to see astronomical results from it. Yeah.
Amen. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Narusha?
For me, I would say for those filmmakers aspiring, but I mean, it's to have yourself established as a brand already on social media. So I mean, if you're not in as a crew, as a volunteer, no matter what it is, if you are not on set, you could be a friend of the show. You know what I mean? So you could be a friend of the show. It's always ways, to bring in some characters and play along. But I mean, there's opportunities there, and guys, the opportunities are there. Just take them and reach out. I would say reach out to people. The biggest opportunity is if you just keep quiet. Don't be afraid to speak and ask for an opportunity. So I would say that is the biggest opportunity.
Okay, thank you.
I want to say the opportunity is them themselves.
Right.
I'm an opportunity as I sit here. They are
Opportunities.
as they sit there. So you must look within yourself. You must invest within yourself. Look around you. Anything you see, it's a possible opportunity. Don't be so closed off to looking at what it looks like. Some great things have come out of Mzumbe. So wherever you are, there's an opportunity.
There's an opportunity right where you are, guys. Back in the days, we used to have to go to Johannesburg, find our industry, but now that's silicon. So really, but also we cannot work in silos, guys. There's this thing you would say, okay, Umuntu just wants to keep their own piece of the pie. In fact, hell, let me try and keep the entire pie. Guys, there's a piece for everybody. It's collaborations, and it starts with you, because you'll find that again, the next person that's sitting next to you is the person you've been looking for a very long time. You just don't know. So please network so that you can increase your net worth. Okay? So with that said, I'm going to ask one final question and then we bring it to the crowd, guys. Then we'll probably have about at least 20 minutes worth of engagement. That's what I'm hoping for. 20 minutes, 15 minutes at most, so that we can take as many questions as we can. But I don't think we need to cover. So keep the questions. Yeah, well, I'm going to say, I'm time going and just introduce yourself, ask the question, so that we can give other people an opportunity. So my final question: if a young filmmaker approached you today, and again, this goes across the board. They approached you today with a passion for reality television, but no industry connections, right? Because we are living in a gatekeeping society. Right? Let's be all honest about that. What practical steps would you advise them to take within the next 30 days of their career and help them run circles around gatekeepers?
So I think from a production point of view is to make sure that your story that you have is sellable. Is your concept a true, authentic South African story that is sellable, that can live on television for more than one season? Because those are important questions you have to ask yourself. We all have ideas for a show.
Right.
But is your show, is the timing for the show also the right time for that kind of show? Because there's the timing. There's always a timing. You can't all want to be on television.
Read the room.
About the same thing. What makes your concept different, right? So the homework is within the person with the concept. They must go back and make sure they answer the questions for me, and then come back. We can then assess and see how we assist. As thanks, Ma, we are open for business.
Okay. You have that.
I actually feel like saying thanks, Ma. Darusha?
Definitely to add on, I mean, onto what Jackie says. No, to business, but no, absolutely. But I mean, my advice would be, guys, after you research, obviously research, put in the work, research, and then shoot your pilot episode. Shoot it. And then you can go to a funder, you can sit with Jackie, you can sit with me, you can sit with tourism and say, hey guys, this is a pilot, this is what I've done, self-funded, let's talk.
Right. What do from your perspective?
From my perspective, I would say just make sure that your proposal is well detailed, well researched, and it is authentic, as Jackie has spoken. They are in a better position to give advice from a government posing as a funder point of view. My responsibility would be to ensure that the proposal aligns with the economic requirements that we want to bring in. You're going to create jobs, you're going to contribute positively into the creative sector space, and it's just not going to be a Klingiwe Dube alone program. It is going to benefit the city, create jobs, because at the end of the day, ultimately that's what we want to do. And more than anything, just don't give up. They're not going to close all doors. There's only a certain number of times where they will say no, and believe in yourself. Don't think that Durban Tourism are not going to look at my proposal because it's not from Thanks Ma Productions or Dube Productions or whatever. They also started somewhere. I would like to believe, Jackie. You didn't just wake up with Thanks Ma Productions this week. There was a vision, there was an understanding, there was a bigger goal in mind, and it wasn't just to be entertainment, but to really tell an authentic story of real life experiences, which is what people are looking for. People are able to distinguish between reality and soapy stuff that is not real. So they want to associate more with people that go through their daily experiences and understand their plight from their perspective. So when you are working on a proposal or have a vision or concept in mind, just stay along those lines, you know. Yes, you will make money, but there's a bigger goal at the end of it all. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Wow. So guys, the nutshell is we are open for business. Ngisho nothando nyama yini uyokhala ithando nyama production, something like that. I'll figure it out. I'll make it interesting. But right now, this is your time. It is exactly, well, I mean, it's almost 12:30. By 12:45, I need us to be done. So I really would love to take your questions for the panels. Any hands? Any hands up? I see, I'm treating you as number 1. You are number 2, number 3, and then number 4. Let me hold it at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Please remember your numbers. When I call out the numbers, you stand up and you stand up and you ask the question. So, number 1, please proceed.
Hi everyone, I hope you guys are good. My name is Uno Tandrona Jobu, and I am the founder of Steer Communications, which is a PR and communications company. I'm not sure if it's a question or if it's something that I've noticed, but I've noticed with a lot of artists and people in the film industry or any other industry, they tend to actually lose a lot when they get to the fame because there's no sort of structure or teaching on how to then behave when you get famous or how to treat yourself on social media, what to say, what not to say, how to carry yourself out. And as a person in PR, I've noticed that there's a huge gap in that element. So I just want to find out, is there a way where either Thanks Ma has an opportunity where personally as a PR company we can come in and teach artists how to become a brand, how to carry themselves on social media, and actually how to elevate themselves so that once you get to the top, you don't lose everything that you worked hard for because you don't have a basis of how to become a brand. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. And like I said earlier, Thanks Ma is open for business and we are open for collaborations because what we focus mainly on is television, and you can then assist us with brand management and how to align once we reach the top. So let's talk. I have my colleagues here. We'll meet after the session and see what we can do together. Thank you.
Hashtag open for business. Number 2. Bye-bye.
Jackie has been my friend for 25 years. I've known it so long and it's so beautiful, but I didn't realize that I've known her boss even further back for 26 because we met in 2000. Mr. Msele right there with Thanks Ma. I wasn't, but in year 2000 I wasn't even known. I was just an engineer. Okay, sorry, I digress. I love reality TV. Actually, I've watched reality TV more and realized there is something here. There's a lot of stories that we have that we are able now to showcase to South Africa and the world. And I've realized since I came back to Durban in 2023, I've loved Durban so much. I had to move in 2004 to Joburg to try and look for greener pastures because I'm in television, but I'm a triple threat entertainer. I sing, I act, and I host television shows. But as I came back, I realized that Durban, I've been driving around the city and it's not looking well, and it messed me up. I said, what can I do? Because I'm a production guy, a television guy, I want to create reality shows that shows off Durban again, to bring back the glory back to KZN. And ever since I've moved back. So I want to give this challenge to Thanks Ma and the boss man right there that I would love. And actually, since I need you up because there is actually what I'm working on. There is SMVelo KZN Wildlife, which they run. Royal Natal National Parks and Game and Oribi Gorge and Shushu and all of that stuff. I'm working with them. I think you know their marketing director, Mrs. Pelele Lutuli, and that lady opened her doors and said, Daniso, I want to shoot a camping show for 10 families, black, who've never camped and been on the outdoors. So I actually want to work with Thanksma, with tourism, to put this show together. It's a beautiful concept, and I just need your help. Thank you so much.
Number 3, and while the mic is going there, just a little story about guys' humble beginnings. He knows, audition for Lion King 2002. We line in a row of 10 people. And then they started choosing the person from a row of 10 people all singing in unison. So I understand. We became friends for those 30 minutes. We were angry together, walking away, and then after that, it's now how many years later, my bro? And we add the things, we're doing the things we set out to do. So guys, humble beginnings work. So round of applause for humble beginnings. You're in the right place. You're in the right place. Shut up, my bro. Shut up. All right, number 2, are you, number 3, you ready? Sir. Khuluma bafo.
Remember that mbuzo wami la umama Durban. Durban kusacala lisdrive ke budget yala tourism. Manje nibalale indawo zabantu abadla kahle place indawo ba-mission invest ko coastal area because ngiyabalale BCPT. Last month bekukhona ama-visitor ngoba aseMpumalanga. Nje angilasi office lela kuyimema beza pick up i-Uber. Abakwazi urequest i-Uber benayo workshop BCPT. Kanti manje labo outer city kuyale kuyaphezulu sinenkinga kunama-visitor amaningi abantu asikhuluma ngomlotha abantu abamnyama abarisho umhlanga abanye abalanye ifocus yakho kuba kaningene ngingafani nodlike emakethe oreality siyabona abafaki baningi ba-expose abafaki ngamavidiyo lishuthi impela nge-expose ninginingi ukuthi sinakho lapha akuhambe kahle nobesho siyabona.
Uthi siyafike ushwini ngabe siyafika nje le elanda kobuciko
siyafike ushwini siyafika nasesithumba siyafika eNdlondlo sifika phakathi edrobheni ku-Victoria Street Market sinanebhasi. We've got the city toy rickshaw bus lenihamba 3 hours izungeza idolobha lonke sikhombisa abantu idolobha laseThekwini lapho sifaka khona behle ngeenyawo basihambele sinanama walking tours. And we also have an office that is responsible for taking care of ECBD. Sine office lawa Durban Tourism, which is the rickshaw bus beach office ngase Joe Pools, which is on 2K Masinga Drive. Mase sibe ne community tourism organization. Sike sikhulumeke ukuthi siyacela abantu basondelane nathi. When you see something about Durban tourism, social media, epepeni, whatever it is, guys, come to our offices, speak to us, because uma nihlala nama complaints angeke sazi. I can tell you now that abantu abaningi esibasupportile esibe nama partnerships nabo ibona bafike banqonqoza bathe Durban Tourism wake up kune opportunity la anisisize la ozali nisosiza. So ama community tourism organizations ethu siku partnership nabo, which we give them imali to promote tourism township and rural areas. Siyahamba futhi zonke lezo indawo, West, Mlazi, CBD, Inanda, KwaMashu, zonke lezo indawo lezo asenza sure ukuthi ayisaleli ngaphandle. So now ngingathanda bandla ukuthi even if ni organization ehlangene and you want information, you want to support, you have a tourist, please come to us. Ngikhona namhlanje, I'll give you my contact details. And I think anyone who has had interactions with me will tell you that I'm very accessible and it got difficult. So sizosebenza kuleka kuzoba right.
Hashtag Asiko difficult. Hashtag we are open for business. Number 4.
Sangona,
my brother.
Lapha kwenu uThalendo amaphumulo. We found a company called Iba Entertainment. Ngithanda ukubonga kakhulu i-Thanks Ma Production for ukusikhombisa impilo yothando nesithembu, because uthando nesithembu somehow la empilweni yami it is playing a pivotal role. Hayi ngoba ngimncane, as much as ekhuluma nge-reality show bekhuluma ngothando kakhulu ngey'ngane, mhlampe nje ukuthi ngicabanga ngani isithembu kakhulu njalo. So what I'm grateful for is inkampani yami iyiba entertainment. So njengoba iyiba entertainment ingena kuwo wonke ama-category, yiba unesi, yiba the best videographer, yiba the best photographer. So konke lokhu mina ngike ngadlula kuyo yonke le phase. Angibambi unesi but mina ngisemkhakheni we-entertainment. So mhlawumbe nalento engiyikhuluma namhlanje i-advice to even wonke umuntu namhlanje. So what I'm trying to show you, like guys, ukuthi mina ngaziwe kakhulu as a photographer. So as a photographer, ngabona ukuthi abantu abazi ukuthi mina ngimuva ngi-musician. So as a musician, I had to move out the phase ukuthi ake ngiphume ngibe photographer ukuze ngibone ukuthi okay, i-photography ngangishutha kanjani ne? So as ikhula kwayila sengibona ukuthi okay fine, let me learn yonke lo mkhakha odinga i-photography. Ngina sengifunda i-modeling, sengifunda i-catering, sengifunda almost zonke izinto ey'hlangene ne-entertainment. Ngangifunda kwisikole se-Creative Arts College, yila ngathola khona ithuba lokufunda zonke izinto. So iyiba entertainment, how it came about, isingigqugquzela ukuthi nginyakazise i-youth. Isingene kule point ukuthi bese ngisebenza ney'kole, ngiyi-photographer. And ngithe ngingene ey'koleni ngibuza ukuthi how can I make isikole sibe sihle? And they were like, you know what, ngoba uyi-photographer sivezela unani. So as a person who say understand that as an entertainment, I had to make a way ukuveza ukuthi okay fine, isikole sinama-talent. So sure, sengizobuza umbuzo manje.
Please, my brother.
Ngizobuza wona manje umbuzo. So the question, umbuzo wami uthi ngenza i-program i-Superstars League debate. Inama-category of 4: acting, debate, modeling, drama, no music. Ingena kanjani i-debate ku-music, i-acting yonke leyo. So i-topic should school hours be short. Omunye aphikise, omunye apposer. So what I'm giving to high school right now ngisebenza nazo iy'kole zikhona zo-16. So my help lana ngiyicela kwi-Thanks Ma Production ever since against the Superstars League debate ukuthi I'm showing iy'ngane ukuthi ever since kune-acting singayiveza kanjani leyo nto leyo, as much as sinama-services e-acting, but how can we show kulezi iy'kole eziwu-16 ukuthi how can we show ukuthi okay fine, iy'ngane zinga-expose kanjani through i-acting, i-film, because yonke lento siyayi-expose as a company. So what engikubonga kakhulu ukuthi i-Thanks Ma Production for isikhombisela uthando nesithembu ukuthi isivezelile ukuthi there is life in terms of yonke lento. So usizo lami lolapha in terms of i-Superstars League debate ngasiza kanjani i-youth kahle kahle.
Okay. Did you get that? Okay. So maybe ubuze lo mbuzo and say, okay, with everything in your hands, thanks Ma.
Yeah.
Now umbuze now. How can we? Because I actually didn't get it.
Okay, ngiyaxolisa kakhulu ukuchaza ne. Okay, usizo engicelayo. Ever since senze i-debate ekole uthi umbuzo anathi umbuzo into eyicelayo. Ever since kuney'ngane esiyivezela i-acting through debates as a tournament, into esiyicela ukuthi nibe khona as a judge, nikwazi nakhona to even explain ney'ngane even ukuthi okay fine, ka-acting ikwenza kanje, ka-film kwenzakala kanje.
So bafike bachaze like to kids who are aspiring to get into the space.
Yes.
And I suppose it's not just Thanks Ma then, it's Nerusha, it's the value chain. Okay? Thanks Ma, Nerusha, maybe you might also take that after.
Yeah, but that's fine. I mean, like we said earlier, you have to be able to be coordinated in your efforts, right, for success. And we're here for equity and all the youth. So we are more than happy to come and assist and judge and give what we can give as advice. And now Kanyeso Bengu, as an actor, entertainer, he'll also be there to assist you. I'm volunteering in services.
Arusha, you want to take it as well? It's literally about exhibition, basically availing yourself to sort of capacity building.
Would love to assist in any way. I mean, I also head the 48-hour film project. We have a lot of workshops, but I mean, we can also specifically do something for you guys. But there's also a lot of stuff on the Durban 48-hour film project page in terms of our previous workshops. But I mean, we'd love to assist however we can.
Yeah. In addition to that, Arusha also has a company. She always makes sure that I get the R right. You guys know Kama Sutra? Right? Yes. Try Karma Sutra, right? The R must be clear. Not Kama Sutra, Karma, as in karma. Guys, there'll be karma. Yeah, well, if you do this, it comes back around, right? It hits you. Karma is gonna get you. So she runs that. Right now, they're taking footage. I met them in some other space. They do this for free. In that platform, they will interview you. They'll put you in your space, especially if you have something worthy to say. I'm putting this out to you as well, my brother. If you want to share what you do, all this types of things, they do it for free. There's a lot of activity here that can actually benefit you, and everyone is sort of open to giving assistance. Now apologies, because again, the eviction notice has been received. The landlord is even looking at me very funny. I don't want to lose my paycheck. And I don't work for free. I want to thank my panelists, but also just give them an opportunity to have parting shots. A parting shot, and then after that, we close and go to the next session. Sister.
Thank you. I don't want to be the one that stands between you and your paycheck, so my parting shot is going to be very short.
Thank you.
As Durban Tourism, as a city of eThekwini, we cannot grow the city alone. From a destination point of view, from a job creation point of view. So where there are ideas, for partnership, collaboration, please knock on our doors. I'm actually realizing that, the city has so many great programs in terms of partnering even with the youth and, business owners, etc., but they don't know the information. Please knock on our doors, speak to us. We will make that information and assistance and support readily available. We can't do it alone. That's just my part.
It's impossible to do it alone.
It's impossible.
Love that. Thank you so much, Sister.
My parting in the industry, I'm known as a film fixer, but you might have heard me say this, guys, in life, you are your own fix. Nobody's coming to save you. Everything that you have is within you. Take the chance. We're living in the best possible time now of the digital and social world. Everything is there. Educate yourself, reach out. You are your own fix. God bless you guys.
On the doors, because opportunities are also here. As you don't leave your own town to go to Durban. That's number one. And be intentional with your day and your time and what you're hoping to achieve in the next couple of years. Thank you.
Thank you. And remember, guys, we are hosted by the Durban Film Office. They are here to give the support. I mean, they're already hosting us on a 3-day summit. And if you want to go province-wide, we have the Tourism and Film Authority in the province as well. So, Yonkintila, Asebenzela, if you really want to see some help, now would be that help that you want to see. Okay? But it starts with you, and ultimately me. So, Bagutu, thank you so much. Now, I've got a podcast out on Vuma FM called E-Business in Music. It's on the Vuma FM website. On the podcast, we're talking music business, and it's a proper reality show because I would drama with music industry. I would drama. So, thanks, ma. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Let's take this to television. Let's do it for all situation, and then we move to the next session. Thank you.
children.